Hi there, Jennifer Duclair, the bar exam mentor. If you're feeling defeated around the bar exam, it's completely understandable. You've actually got some pretty good reasons why you would. A lot of bar takers feel defeated because they gave it their all and they still didn't get the results, or they feel trapped around ways to study and they don't see how they can make success on the bar exam fit into their lives and be on their terms. It makes complete sense that you will feel trapped. I want to point you to some inner things that you could look at if, in case you're feeling defeated or trapped, has to do with having failed the bar exam recently. I'm also going to point you to some resources that you can use to mold your bar studies to fit your real life. So let's dive in. Before I get started, I want to invite you to please subscribe to my channel and share it with your classmates or others that you know who are also walking this bar exam journey with you. It makes a difference to take the journey with someone. If you're feeling defeated around the bar exam, I want to point you inside. There's often a core wound, I would call it, uh, that says, there's something wrong with me. I'm not good enough. And various things, including getting things wrong, whether at work, at school, with your child, at home, with your parents, getting things wrong, making mistakes, or in this case, failing, can poke at that core wound of there's something wrong with me. I'm not enough. You want to notice that this is the message that this most recent bar exam scores seem to be sending me. The message seems to be reiterating, I'm not good enough, or there's something wrong with me. And if you find that message is what's causing your pain when it comes to the bar exam, trying on it, not succeeding at it, you'll want to dig down into where does that story come from? You may identify childhood instances or maybe even instances in your adult life where a person was sending you that message. You also want to identify maybe other areas of your life where that message seems to be alive and well. And then take these next two steps with regards to that core wound. Number one, first and foremost, look at the cost of continuing to believe that. And we can drill down to just the bar exam. If you continue to believe that you're not good enough or that there's something wrong with you, number one, you'll be pushing and trying to pass the bar exam in order to prove that you are good enough, in order to disprove this kind of firm belief of not being good enough. And whenever you're working to disprove something that you already believe in, it's not going to work. Imagine a friend of yours absolutely unshakingly believes that her boyfriend is cheating on her. Now she goes about looking for evidence, hoping to refute her belief that he's cheating on her. She desperately wants to believe that he's being faithful. She needs to know he's being faithful. That's what would make her feel better. But because she already believes he's cheating, no matter what she finds, she will interpret it to support what she already believes. Bring that back to you. If you already believe that there's something wrong with you or you're not enough, that's a core wound that existed long before the bar exam came along. But while you are attempting to do and accomplish things in life in order to debunk that belief, what's actually happening is you're interpreting everything that happens in support of that belief. So you have to get away from the belief itself. You have to change the belief itself. And you start that by looking at what it's costing you to keep believing it. What is it costing you to keep believing that there's just something wrong with you when it comes to the bar exam? Well, if you purchase material, you probably won't use it because what's the use anyway? If you have an opportunity for a tutor or a private help that has helped other people, you'll look at it and say, well, it won't help me because underneath it all is something that's wrong with me. That's what the belief is saying. It stops you from taking opportunities that would actually help you pass. It stops you from using the material that you get. It stops you from asking for help because deep down inside, there's a belief that nothing will help. So that's just the bar exam. You can probably imagine how this belief is cutting you short, keeping you low, keeping you away from your big dreams, and keeping you away from being able to be of great impact in other people's lives because you stop yourself because of this belief that has now become a self-fulfilling prophecy. What to do instead? Look for the opposite. First, you'll have to address the actual emotion. And I have resources that help you to address the emotions that lock in the beliefs. That's a huge piece. When you believe in something, something emotional hit you and locked that belief in. And a lot of these beliefs get adopted in childhood because as children, things are a lot bigger and hit us more deeply on an emotional level than if you're an adult. Think of a baby. The baby's drinking milk and the milk runs out. This kid is crying the house down. But if you're an adult and your food runs out and you were really enjoying it, you go, aw, and you move on. But for a baby, it has such a huge emotional impact, these things. Feelings are big for babies, for youngsters, for anybody under the age of 5 or 7. So a lot of these beliefs get imprinted when you're young, and then you just carry them. And now bar exam scores hit, you see that you didn't pass, and the feeling is triggered again, along with the belief. Now, to undo the belief, you'll first have to remove the feeling because the feeling is like what cements it in there. So learning to sit with your feelings and just move through them, not suppress them, not eat them away, not drink them away, not work them away, not distract them away, not numb them away with, TV binging, but actually sit with the feelings. That's the only thing that's going to get them to go away is to actually sit with them. Sit with the feelings so that unlocks it to begin with. And I have resources below in the description box, resources that help you to sit with the feelings and just move through them, and then start looking for how are you good enough? How am I good enough? Well, I was good enough at work. I did XYZ and I got this compliment. I'm good enough because I'm alive, because I'm here. If I didn't deserve to be here, I wouldn't be here, right? So look for ways that there's nothing wrong with me. Actually, I'm doing pretty well in life. Look at what I've done here. You've accomplished graduating from law school. You've accomplished living your life relatively well up to this point. Start to look in all the different areas of your life for ways that you are doing okay. You're paying your bills regularly. You're paying your rent. You have a home to live in. You're driving a car. You're able to consistently show up for the things you need to show up for. You've got it together in a large degree. Start looking at those things and giving yourself credit for those things. If you can do that and unlock the belief or unlock the feelings first, and then go at the belief and chip away at that belief and start showing yourself the real life examples in your own life that prove otherwise, that disprove this belief. Do that on a repeated basis in order to climb out of it. Now, you've been thinking this way about yourself, I'm not good enough, I'm defective, and then going around looking for proof of that for decades. So be easy on yourself if this thing doesn't change overnight. But if you take these steps, and I highly encourage that you look below at my Conqueror's Mindset bundle. It pulls together a handful of tools that I use in my private mentoring that helps people to get past these emotional blocks, hurdles. And so using the different tools in there, and especially the tool where you'll get to sit with your emotions, using those different tools will help you past a lot of these things that block people from being motivated and actually following through with passing the bar exam. If you can give yourself grace to work through these things on a daily basis, and sit with the feeling whenever you are triggered to believe that you are not okay or you're not good enough. Sit with that feeling and then move on to pointing out how you are actually doing well. You are actually good enough, right? You do have it together. Do these things if you're feeling defeated around the bar exam. Do it on a regular basis. I highly encourage you dive into the bundle and use the different tools in there. There are videos to explain when to use each tool. That will carry you through the emotional journey that is passing the bar exam. That's what I have for you today. I'm so happy that you watched this to the end. I do hope the best for you in your journey through the bar exam, and bring along a friend. Share this video, recommend the channel so that they too can find support and understanding as they move through passing the bar.